Jesus Christ. Oh. Well, Tobe, we are here, Sutton, run by Ed Matthews, good friend of mine. He's done cruisins to over £4. He's got some amazing carp in there, which we're not targeting. He's done roach to nearly £3 as well, which again we're not targeting, but we might be back for that. But he's just walked us around, and it's like a Crabtree-esque type cruising venue. Every single swim is perfect. Like the cruising swims have all got overhanging trees and roots to fish to, and rushes and just features that are absolutely biblical. I'm buzzing. I bought way too much gear. Didn't bring anywhere near enough food because I was concentrating on the fishing too much, which I'm hoping you can sort out because there's a chippy 5 minutes down the road, which is another plus. But I'm getting in the swim because bite time is in about a couple of hours and I want to get set up ready for it.
You look after me on these vlogs, didn't you, mate?
Look, all the gear, no idea. I don't even,
that sums me up, mate.
I don't even have a bag specifically for my pegs.
Got batteries in there as well.
I ain't going to ask what that's for,
no.
particularly in something of this shape. Right, I've seen 3 Crucians about 2 rod lengths out roll, so I put this middle rod, which I was umming and ahhing whether to actually set up over the top of them, tiny little pinch of hemp, and I just literally walked out, didn't I, Tobe, and I went, oh, I need a wee. And when you get to my age, when you need a wee, you need a wee. And I literally I got to there and it went off. Oh, I think that's quite big. For ages and you not get a bite. But this is not one of those occasions when you don't get a bite because we got a bite and that.
Look at that.
That's a Toad, because I swear.
Go on then.
Big un. That's a big un. Mate, I say that, I ain't seen one for a long time. And I know £3 ain't a big fish, but
Mate.
That's £3.
At least.
That's almost as big as the fish and chips we just had. 5 hours it took to get here. 5 long hours. M1 shut. M40. M6. Don't care. Yeah, man, that's exactly where we saw the fish rolling.
Yeah.
Just done the rod as well. And whether it made a difference or not, because they'd rolled and I hadn't had a bite, I thought I'd put a little pinch of hemp in. What don't like hemp?
Oh, well done, mate.
That's a bit right. Let's get some pictures. That's a picture.
So much better.
Yeah. Can you up the saturation and things like that?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'll do a proper edit on it.
I got a back wind because the clutch was literally smoking. So I've got a carp on. We've got literally just doing the pictures of the Crucian down here, and this rod has just literally melted, wrapped me knuckles. It's taken line to the point where the clutch was smoking. I mean, this has gone so hard and so fast I can't see it coming in because I'm on Crucian gear. The only worrying thing is that's a point just there.
Yeah, that's a nasty point to try and get that around.
bent round to the butt. I'm saying I brought a carp net just in case this happened, and I left it in the bloody van. The only net I got in the swim has actually still got a PB Crucian in it. We haven't actually held it up to the camera, but I might have to be putting it back to land this bloody thing. Oh, mate. Yeah, it's quite big, mate. We have to get rid of that Crucian.
Right, okay.
Right. What, you just film, you film.
Yeah, no worries.
That, ladies and gents, is a personal best Crucian. And I'm going to have to pull it back. Just like that. See you, darling.
Sum up how you're feeling in one word right now. Well said.
I'm absolutely gutted. I've had to put that fish back without showing you guys. But I've got quite a nice carp on here.
Look at that. Oh.
Right. I need to get a grip on myself. I don't even know how I'm feeling. Like, I can't believe, man, we've come cruising fishing. We caught a 313 and we've just put it back. And I've got a carp net sat in the bloody car. Oh, Jesus Christ. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the other species of carp that reside in this wonderful lake. It's 25 and a half.
That's not bad, mate.
Oh, well, ladies and gents, it was about now I was hoping to hold up my personal best Crucian. However, because of this dirty, great big 25 and a half pound mirror, I had to unceremoniously pull it back because some soppy idiot didn't set up 2 nets so that I could land this one. Oh, I do get into some pickles, but Christ almighty, have we caught some fish this evening. 25 and a half, £3 13 ounce Crucian, which you'll have to look at the pictures. Yeah, all right, not bad. Gear's working, bait's working, spots are getting visited. Not sure where I'm going to fish tonight. I might actually just wind in and have a bit of kit because I'm absolutely clean crackered now. And my emotions are up and down, like totally over the moon with the Crucian, and actually I'm pretty made up with this. But the situation got me all mixed up. Feel like I'm going through my change. There you go. Evening number 1, done. It's a bit miserable, man, isn't it? Fish don't like the wet.
That coffee is definitely needed.
Yeah, man. This is one of the Macey specials as well.
You were bigging these up yesterday.
Kenko instant with an extra spoon of goodness on top just to make it proper kicky coffee. Rods are out. It is soaking wet. For Crucians, I've caught very few Crucians in conditions like this. Light level's perfect, like it's prime time bite time right now, but the rain that's coming in is cold and you can feel the temperatures dropped. I ain't seen a single thing. I haven't seen a carp, I haven't seen a Crucian, I haven't seen a roach, nothing. So I think the temperature drop is just sort of halted action for now. In my mind I'm going, do we move or do we sit on our hands? Because it ain't like we ain't caught anything. Bugger off.
Dean sent me for a walk. The rain stopped a little bit at least, so that's kind of him. Whoa, these are a bit slippery. Yeah, sorry Dean, I didn't make it back. I broke my ankle down the steps. I've just seen something big jump that came clean out of the water. Possibly a big Crucian. Just over there. Just about there. Clean out of the water. I think that was definitely a Crucian. Not the best at spotting fish, but even I can't miss one that came clean out of the water. if my dad was here right now, he would tell me I could see into the future with these glasses, so Crucian should be no problem. Right, on the way back from our recon mission for Dean. I will feed back to Dean. I've only recorded this, not for you lot, but because I have the memory of a sieve. And he'll ask me what I've seen and where, and I won't have a clue. So at least I'll have some video evidence. Back in the swim. You know the swim with the stairs?
Yeah, steps, yeah.
I'd seen one jump clean to the right of there, and then something bigger, looked like Carp, roll to the left.
It's hard to know when the conditions take a turn for the worse. Temperature plummets, especially in the spring when the temperature drops, isn't it? Especially for a species like the Crucians.
It's a sudden drop.
You're trying to catch them up on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. Every time I think I know what I'm doing.
Well, you did have a PB Crucian and a £25 Carp.
Yeah.
On what was almost pretty much a brace.
That's what I'm saying. If we hadn't have caught at all last night and we hadn't seen, I'd have been on my toes as soon as the rain stopped. But we haven't seen anything this morning. Ain't had any signs. We're still in bite time, so we'll still stay for the next couple of hours for sure.
At least.
Yeah.
Where are we off to, mate?
We're off down the other end. Ed basically gave us a walk round when we got here, point us in the right direction. And he earmarked 3 swims, one of which has a southwesterly pumping into it right now. We've done bite time in this swim, and as much as the conditions weren't good through bite time in this swim, I was hoping for a bite, and we didn't get one. So we're going to take 2 rods, 2 feeders, mat bag, a little bit of bait, a few essentials, and we're going to go down there and do a couple of hours on the end of the wind, because sometimes, I said it earlier on, 5 minutes in the right place is worth 5 hours in the wrong place. I don't think this is the wrong place. I just think we was in the right place with the wrong conditions, but the conditions down there look biblical, so we're going to go and do it.
Quite much windier down here.
Yeah. But I mean, the temperature isn't warm, but the wind isn't cold, if that makes sense. So it's like the air temperature's got colder, but the wind isn't cold. So, and look, I mean, it's an obvious swim. You've got a big tree line on the right-hand side, you've got a big tree line on the left-hand side. So 2 rods, plop one there, leave it an hour, see what we see. But whilst we're actually here fishing, we can have a good look, because I mean, all my fishing experience tells me that with this southwesterly springing up after pretty much a couple of weeks of easterlies, fish should move on this.
Bit cold down there, wasn't it, mate? You look freezing.
There's a lot to be said for fishing on the end of a southwesterly, because it looks great and every book in the world tells you they're all going to be down there, but I'm telling you right now, they ain't. We've just done 2 hours and never see a fish, and I can't feel my fingers, so we're back in the swim. That feels a bit more, I'm a bit more confident here now after going down there and seeing and having no action. So I might get my sleeping bag again now. Well, bloody hell. We moved from this swim because the wind picked up. After 2 hours down there, we decided it wasn't the right one. Came back, and I haven't even got all 3 rods out yet. And I haven't even got all 3 rods out yet, and it's gone off with a Crucian. Talk about following your gut. When I left here, I said 5 minutes in the right place is better than 5 hours in the wrong place. Well, we've just come back to the 5 minutes. And look, that his spoon's still out. We might not have earned the big one. That was a bit of luck, but we earned that one. Yes, Tobe. Yes, Tobe.
Well done, mate. Didn't even have time to get the camera ready.
I'm going to get my other rod out because it's sitting in the middle of the pond.
It's got to feel good after all the, you know, the bad weather, the cold morning, doubting, you know, we've moved about.
Yeah, because the conditions just haven't been like, they didn't feel right here. They looked good up there, but when we got up there, they didn't feel right up there. So you think to yourself, well, and that's what I was saying earlier on. Like, you just play your gut. You know, when you're specimen fishing, you just got to play the odds, and you try and use your experience. My experience said that it was worth spending 2 hours up there after having no bites here during bite time. But then when we got up there, I was thinking the other swim felt better. And my old mate Nigel Botherway said to me years ago, he said, never move unless you've got something better to move to. And when I got down there, I didn't feel like it was better. So we came back and we caught one.
There you go, that one's for you, Nige.
No. I'm still having that. Nice and go. Sling it, look. But it was a good piece of advice. 2 pound 11, which anywhere else in the country would be an absolute pearl. I mean, it is a pearl. Look at it. A 2 pound Crucian's a big old Crucian. A 3 pound Crucian is a fish of a lifetime. So the thickness of it. What an epic little fish. After, quite frankly, 3 hours of pulling our hair out, not knowing where to be and what to do, so we kind of did everything, and turns out they were under our feet all along. Just needed the rain to bugger off. Thank you, darling. Made up with this. What a trip.
Right then, you're going to tell us how you've been making the magic happen?
Yes, I am. Why the liner on the left hand?
Oh.
My eyes are going all weird. But I thought the rods went separated like that. It was like a phantom bite. Used to get it when I used to fish for barbel with isotopes, but now I just use bobbins and buzzers. Anyway, 12-foot distance Aventus feeder rod. It's absolutely perfect for this type of fishing because it's got the backbone to punch a feeder if we do need to go to range. It's got the backbone to stop a decent fish from getting into snags or bushes or anything like that, but also it's soft enough in the tip so that you don't have hook pulls, basically. 6 pound drag line. I use drag line. I've said it so many times. I use drag line for almost everything. Up the line about, I don't know, 2.5, maybe maximum 3 feet above the feeder. I've got 2 blobs of putty just to keep everything nailed down in that sort of last feeding zone above the hybrid feeder. Now, the only thing that you're going to see different between me and everyone else that fishes a hybrid feeder is that the vast majority of people use the longer stem. Now, if I was casting the hybrid feeder, I would also use the longer stem because it acts like a flight, almost like a dart, and it actually flies much better. But where I'm laying it in underneath my feet, or in this instance I'm actually using the pole to spoon it in, I just think the shorter stem is a much more inconspicuous sort of parcel. A longer stem, if it sits up over a branch or something, I feel might just warp the presentation slightly, but that longer stem, it's I don't know, it just looks so much neater. One of the other things that's slightly different between me and most other people is I do wear a loud, and most of the specimen angling that I do is allowed. I do like a braided hook link, okay, so it's super short, about 3.5 inches, so that when them Crucians come in and they start snaffling around that parcel of goodness, they don't have to move far before they actually come into the bolt effect. I've got a size 12 MWG, I've got a little mainline match 8mm, I think, pink. I've caught on pink, I've caught on white. I haven't even tried yellow, but I'm sure I'd catch on yellow. And on that hook link just there, I've got one of the little Calder sinkers, Okay, looks like a little mouse dropping, and that's because I'm using the supernatural braid, so it's super supple, so wherever the fish goes it literally just sucks it straight in, but it's also sort of neutral buoyancy. So what I don't want to do is I don't want that braid to waft up and get in the way. So that little sinker there just makes sure everything's nailed to the deck, so that when they come in they snuffle around the ground bait and the pellet and they hook themselves straight away.
Came shut my eyes for 10 minutes. Dean's buzzer's just gone. Quick.
Sorry, Dean, I'm awake now.
I was having a little snooze, to be fair. I think that might be another good one. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's £3. Ed's here, look, it was Ed's magic. It was Ed's magic. He said I'd move that right hand rod if I was you.
Oh, it's the right hand one's gone.
It was the right hand one,
yeah, we said that wasn't going to go.
The other one was like that, but had a belly on it.
They've been
That's
splatting out, haven't they?
Yeah. Not there, they ain't.
No.
That's 3. That'll do. That's my target. That's a good fish, that is. And in the day.
Yeah.
And in the day. Like,
What's going to happen this evening?
I was going to say this afternoon might be really good.
I was going to say, my alarm had another 10 minutes on it.
Was you asleep?
Had my eyes shut.
I thought you were still down the chippy having a poo. They are so majestic. They're double hard. They'll survive anything, low oxygen crashes, algae blooms, you name it. I'll get Ed to tell you the story about 3 or 4 of them turning up to a science lab without any oxygen and any water in the bag before we go. That's a phenomenal story, but how's that? 3 Crucians, a 211, a 3.6 and the 3.13 from last night. What an amazing trip. Jesus Christ. No. It's closer than I thought. Oh, here we go.
It's closer than you thought.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's been like this all trip. Yes. Go on, Ed. Go on, Ed. Get your arms out there, Ed.
Go, gadget arms.
And that, ladies and gents, is how you catch Crucian carp.
Almost followed it in.
Go on, Dean, how you feeling?
Totally knackered. I am. Yeah, you can bleep that, can't you? It's genuine. It's a vlog. It's. You know
I find a nice long beat to go in there.
Sue me. Rolling, Toby boy.
I'm rolling.
£30, 4 ounces. Looks a bit bigger, to be fair, but I ain't moaning on the gear that we're using for the Crucians. And I was just talking to Ed about it. He says he hasn't seen this fish for like 4 years, so it just goes to show, doesn't it? Doing something a little bit different, but what an amazing. I mean, we don't want to catch carp, but that is an amazing looking creature. It really is. I'm over the moon. Pretty much a sock on leather. It's been a pretty good trip, Tobe, isn't it? It's
been alright, mate. You've done alright.
I've done good.